Roc Nation is behind a whole lot of conspiracies. Why is that, Jay-Z? Free Tory till his back. Nah, that shit's gonna forever be funny.
Bruh.
It's gonna forever be funny. Like
Tory Lanez was on his Sam and he's shooting that bitch's big ass feet. Why?
Right.
Why?
Yo. Don't you be a fool, you finna hear the truth. Watch me do what I do on the pod with the mic and I ain't keeping it cool. Gotta bring the heat, gotta hit the street. Gotta stay 100, they ain't scaring me. You wanna censor a boss, you wanna censor a king. I'm not taking a loss, facts is all I bring. I'm speaking candidly, ancestors they stand with me. It's Pharaoh and Dessalines, the blunt of reality.
Yeah. What's going on, Blunties? It's your boy, Thee Stallion.
Here with Pharaoh. Guys, we got a whole new episode for you guys. I need y'all to pay attention because this one's going to be a great one.
Yeah, let's get right into it. Tory Lanez, man. Tory Lanez got stabbed in jail, dog.
Yeah, can you believe that? Mind you, all the evidence right now is pointing that he can possibly be innocent, yo. How do you feel about that?
There's new evidence that's basically pointing to the fact that Tory Lanez is innocent. I mean, we talked about this already. We got the plaque right here in Courageous Cat Studio Lounge right here.
Y'all see what's going on?
Peterson album.
Yeah.
The Blood of Reality we showing support. Know what I mean? Free Tory till his back. And that's a fact.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Drop the motherfucking bombs, baby.
So Tory Lanez was stabbed 14 times by another inmate in the California Correction Institution in Tehachapi. I don't know how to say that. The attack happened on May 2nd, 2025. It left him with a collapsed lungs and critical injuries. He was hospitalized and was initially on a breathing apparatus, but his condition improved and he was able to breathe on his own. Lanez suffered wounds to his back, his torso, his face, and the back of his head too.
That's wild.
Bruh. Just when I first heard this news, man, my heart jumped. I was like, never, not elite.
Word.
Why is this happening? Then when information started coming out more, I found out that he had a team of reps who were basically reaching out to Meg Thee Stallion's team, a whole bunch of other people who was involved in his incarceration, saying, yo, we got new evidence. Here it is. And
right after that, he gets stabbed because Meg Thee Stallion's team is the only team that actually reached back out. And once that information came out, Bluntiers, you already know what happened. Supposedly it was over some black versus Mexican thing, but we already know what's the issue, bro. We already know what happened. We've been talking about this. We covered this for a long time now.
Word.
They want Tory Lanez out the way.
Listen, I mean, a lot of people are saying different things. You know, it's a conspiracy. What podcast, guys? So you already know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we get right down to it.
Listen, the guy who actually stabbed him claims that he was in fear for his own life, that it was self-defense, that he heard Tory Lanez was after him, which is complete BS.
Right.
Know what I mean? To most people. You know what I'm saying? The truth of the matter is, it's probably some shifty things going on in the background that caused Tory to be in that danger. And his father, know what I mean? God bless his father, man. His father's been out here trying to get him innocent and all of that, talking about it. They got a representative in, in Florida? A lady by the name of, I forget her name, but she's also, she's got presented the evidence by, who was it? This girl, the girl who dated Kanye West.
So the
Amber
Rose. Yo,
Amber Rose.
Yo, shout out to Amber Rose. Yo,
Yeah,
she really came clutch too. Yo,
Rose.
she really came clutch.
Shout out to Amber Rose. Real talk. So Bluntiers, for those of you who don't know, know what I mean, like, why is Tory Lanez in jail? If he is innocent, why is he in jail? I don't know if you want to get into that, Pharaoh.
I mean, well, personally, if you're asking about as far as the facts, or you talking about what's the background story behind the conspiracy?
Well, let's do. Fuck it, let's do conspiracy first.
Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, guys. Let me just break this down to you, right? If you guys remember, if you don't, I'm gonna take you down memory lane. Now, do you guys remember the time when Tory Lanez came out with the NFTs, right?
Yeah.
He exposed how he had made a million copies of NFTs, non-fungible tokens, guys. Pay attention, right? And he sold them for under a minute. Now, guys, understand this is very big, right? Because what that does is it showed that the artists and the fans can make money together, which means that they would ultimately X out record labels.
Yeah, the middleman.
Do you guys understand how serious this is?
I mean, yeah.
I don't think they know, bro.
Listen, can I piggyback?
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah.
All right, Blunteers, I got a new character I'm going to introduce to y'all. His name is Kratos, the god of war. All right. For those of you who do not know Kratos' story, I got him right here. Now, I mean, he's with his son right here. This is the old Kratos. You know what I'm saying? Kratos' story, he's a video game character, but basically he was born a god, but he didn't know it yet. And his father was Zeus. And then as he got older, he seeked to destroy a specific god, the god Ares. And he went on his whole journey defeating him. But then he got betrayed by Zeus, his own father, killed him. He went straight to hell. But he fought his way out of hell, came back, climbed the Mount of Olympus, killed a whole bunch of gods.
Drop some bombs on that.
Come on, son. I don't think they following me. He killed a whole bunch of gods. Kratos, why you do all of that? Because I was out for vengeance.
Okay, I like that. I like the Kratos voice.
Yeah, that
was hard. Pause.
Yeah. Kratos, why you killed all those gods? Because I had to. They betrayed me. Death to the gods. All right, bro, calm down. Why am I bringing Kratos up with Tory Lanez? Tory Lanez did the same thing. He went against record labels, multi-million-dollar record labels, and proved that being independent is the way to go. Not only that, he got money for fans, like Pharaoh was saying. When you go through all of that, how many enemies you think you are creating? Not the ones that are visual in front of you, but motherfuckers who want to make an example out of you, nigga. Come on, son.
And on top of that, right after, this has something to do with Tory Lanez. Right after that, Chris Brown free Tory Lanez, and after that, what happened to him?
Yeah. Chris Brown got locked up out in UK for something from like 4 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Wow. Chris Brown got locked up. He just got out on bail. How many millions he had to pay, or 500,000? I don't know.
I think it was like I can't remember, to be honest.
Yeah,
I know it was in the millions, though. It was definitely in the millions. Right.
They locked Chris Brown up in UK, most likely because he supported him. But they can't lock everybody up. Drake is supporting him on saying free Tory. A whole bunch of other people are online saying free Tory right now because of the new evidence that has come out. And we're gonna get into that in a little bit. But let's head back to the facts real quick, because we just went into the conspiracy, why he's locked up and all of that.
Yeah.
Right? The facts are this. Lanez is serving a 10-year sentence for shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the feet in 2020. He was convicted on 3 felony counts: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, carrying a loaded unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence.
And what did they said that Tory Lanez was saying? Why he was shooting the weapon?
They also said, Meg Thee Stallion claims, allegedly, while he shot the gun, he said, "Dance, bitch, dance!" Free Tory till it's back. Come on, dog.
Nah, that shit's gonna forever be funny.
Bruh.
It's gonna forever be funny. Like,
Tory Lanez was on his Yosemite shooting that bitch's big ass feet. Why?
Right.
Why?
Which is fucking this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous,
it's
bro.
Ridiculous, bro. It don't make no sense. Yeah, all right. So the only reason why I wanted to say that so people have a perfectly painted picture of what's going on in the whole case. Now, what is the new evidence? Is the next thing I wanted to talk about. If we're gonna get facts, unless we want to still keep talking about the conspiracy behind it all, right?
I mean, we can go right to the facts. We could talk about the new evidence because this is what we need right now. The people need to know what's going on, man. For the ones, because a lot of people follow what's going, like they hear what's going on, but we're here to break it down for you.
Of
You
course,
know what I'm saying?
Of course. If you don't mind, though, I want to know your thoughts on the music industry and how you're talking about somebody who was at that level where he's at pool parties with the Kylie Jenners and he's or Kylie Kardashians. He's around. He's doing music with big hip hop stars. He's been in this game for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
He's been going independent. He's rocking. He's talented, and not only him but other people get caught up in the music. Why do you think that is? Why do you think so many people get caught up in the music industry and with everything that's going on? Why?
To be honest, it's all about control, money, and power, right? When it comes down to it, you have a select few at the top who want to micromanage all the small artists. And when I mean small, I don't mean like they don't get money, they don't generate income. What I mean is smaller than them. Because think about this, right? And I'm going to mention this because this is very significant information. Roc Nation, when you break it down and you come to like realization, you notice Roc Nation is behind a whole lot of conspiracies. Why is that, Jay-Z? Why is that? When you think about not even him, even the shit with DDG, Roc Nation has something to do with that as well.
How?
What do you mean how?
How? I'm talking
Well,
about
because
for
okay, well,
to know,
because
you know
look,
what I'm
right?
saying?
All right, so he has
who is DDG? I don't know.
So DDG is this rapper. He also is a big streamer, right? And he has a baby mom. Her name is Haley, right? And she's the lady from the Little Mermaids.
It was either her or her sister,
actor, right?
It was either her or her sister, yeah.
Now,
twin sister, yeah.
Now she has she has connections with Beyonce and Jay-Z. You can see pictures, and the thing is, he didn't even know that how close these people were to his baby moms. Now, mind you, they wanted him to get to the label too. They wanted to sign him to the label. See, the thing is, when you don't sign with these people, it's like a spit in the face. What do you mean that you don't want to become under us? We own this shit. Roc Nation. See, this is what happens when you start to smell your own ass. You feel what I'm saying? You get bigger than the program. But guess what? A lot of people are pointing at Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and a lot of it's the age of information. A lot of things are going to be put into the light.
Yeah. So specifically with Roc Nation, when it comes to them actually having relations with Meg Thee Stallion and also coming at Tory Lanez like, yo, you sure you don't want to sign with us? I guarantee you Tory Lanez would have been probably as big, if not bigger, than the biggest artist that we know of right now, the other Canadian rapper.
Absolutely.
You understand what I'm saying? Drake, you feel me? Or whoever it may be. He might have gotten bigger than what he's already like big. Yeah, like Tory Lanez is a big artist, but I'm saying like if he was attached to a label like Roc Nation, I don't know if they would have hindered him or exploded him. But right now they're doing like you with his type of talent, it's impossible for somebody like him not to be on a certain level. So given that, let's throw those hypotheticals out of here, right? When it comes specifically to Tory Lanez and his situation, they took advantage. Like right now, it's hearsay, right? It's all up in the air. We don't know if they're actually responsible. It could be them, right? It could be them. It could be somebody else. That's where we get to the place where it's like, okay, now we don't know. We don't know this. We don't know that. What we don't know is this. I'm getting to the evidence now.
Go ahead. Yep.
What we do know is this. The new evidence points to the fact that there was 0.1% of his DNA on the gun. Mm-hmm. That's what it tested. What does that mean, Bluntiers? What does that mean, 0.1%? That means there are over 1.5 billion people on this planet Earth that could have had that DNA on the gun. But they chose to be like, nah, that's Tory's, that's his. Mm-hmm. Which is unheard of, which is not beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
On top of that, during the case, they didn't even test the other 3 people who were possibly or capable of having their DNA on the gun. Nobody else was tested except him.
Yep. Not to mention there was 4 other DNA matches on the gun, and it wasn't him too.
Exactly. What was it? 3 males or two males, 2 females?
2 females.
Come on now.
And that just tells you. That already tells you. There's something going on here.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you mismanage this case so much that, especially when it comes to such
public perception?
Yes, and like you can't make mistakes like this, especially with these big artists like this.
Right. And I feel like that's up to the prosecutors, and the prosecutors should pay for stuff like that. Now, I mean, the big thing, the big kahuna right now, the what some people are saying is a smoking gun. They said there's Ring camera footage that they're supposed to be letting out pretty soon, if they haven't let it out already, that basically conclusively proves what Megan was saying on the stand to be completely 100% false.
Facts. Because they said that it was 3 gunshots, then it was a pause, and that's when Tory Lanez grabbed her hand. Yeah. Right? Try to grab the weapon because someone allegedly was shooting at Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah. Now, then after the pause of the 3 gunshots, there was 2 more shots.
Exactly.
And you couldn't even hear anybody say "dance, bitch, dance."
Exactly. So there's audio of that, but there's also an affidavit from a bodyguard who was working for Megan Thee Stallion's best friend Kelsey. Remember, we said this already.
Yeah, we've been covered.
Covered this, but now there's actually proof on an affidavit from a security guard who did not sign a disclosure agreement, saying, "Yo, I feel bad. Yo, this guy is innocent in jail," and I heard her say that she's the one who shot the gun. Kelsey shot the gun.
Mind you, he has a song. Listen, go ahead, free Tory, baby.
Free Tory till it's back.
Listen,
come on, dog.
You know what I want to mention also, guys, for the people, blunt ears, for the ones who don't know, the guy that stabbed Tory Lanez, his name is Santino Casio, right? You know what triggered me the most?
What?
And I'm gonna say this: shame on the black women who are putting money on this man's books. Shame on you guys, yo, because at the end of the day, a lot of you talk about black women don't get protected, but guess what? You sat here and criminalized this black man. Obviously, he's innocent as fuck. And on top of that, he was saving 2 black women from going to jail. Right. And y'all putting money on this man's book. Mind you, he's a SA, right? He definitely sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl. 13-year-old girl. That's what
he was 20. He was 21 or 22, and he was in a relationship with a 13-year-old and shot her in the face. That's why he's spending life in jail.
Yeah, and these are the people that you're supporting right now, which is weird as hell to me. How is black women not being protected? This seems like black men aren't being protected.
I mean, I guess there's 2 sides to every story, right? So a black woman is saying Tory definitely did it. Tory saying he didn't do it. But whose evidence is supported the most? That's what we got to get to. So all that back and forth, all that drama is Jerry Springer all over again. It's Maury.
Shit.
What? Give me the test results. All of this, yep. I hated that part of this show. I'm 100% sure. I'm 1,000% sure. You are not the father. Shut the fuck up.
I want to snitch.
I want to snitch. Hey. Real talk, bruh. Real talk, like, come on now, like, you know how many hoes was exposed on Maury? Oh my God, I love that feeling. Especially when the niggas start breakdancing and shit. Yeah. Oh my Lord. But let's move past all that bullshit, man. What is the evidence saying? What did they hinder? During the trial with Tory Lanez, they said his DNA was inconclusive. That means that they didn't allow the system, the actual system, to upload to the fact that he was 0.1% DNA match on that gun. No residue on his hands. His story is what everybody's saying, is that he's tried to stop Kelsey from shooting the gun because she just found out Megan was fucking her man. Free Tory till it's back.
This some old ghetto shit, yo. This some ghetto shit, bro.
I remember we said that.
There's really some backyard, summertime, hood, ratchet, ghetto shit, yo.
Yo, listen. I don't know, dog. It's a lot of drama going on, man.
Let me ask you a question, bro. I don't mean to cut you off, right? You know, Gavin Newsom is the, if I'm not mistaken, he's the governor out there, right?
Yeah, California.
Now, the California governor. Don't you think that would be a smart fucking idea for this man to actually take a look into this? Because his approval ratings have been going down since 2020.
Right.
Yo, like step up. And on top of that, guys, if you don't know, we're gonna have a link in our Instagram. You can sign a petition, right? Because the last time I checked, it was like, come on, yo, we have way more Tory Lanez supporters. Yeah. So guys, go out there, sign a petition. It literally takes like 2 minutes. You put your name, your email, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, you're done.
Yeah.
Faster than when you bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Lord have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
Had to drop a bomb on that one.
You feel me? But yo, what's up, man? Since we're on the topic of stars, right? Kanye, aka also known as Ye, has come out with some controversial. Ye, right? My fault. Ye.
Woo,
right?
put some respect on his name.
Ye has come out with some controversial.
I don't know what that was.
What was that?
I don't know. Okay, that's enough right there.
But yeah, you want to touch on that real quick, man?
Blunt tears for the so Kanye West, Tory Lanez, they're both in the music industry. Kanye West, one of the best producers to ever do it. Some believe he is the best. Talented. He recently dropped an album called World War 3 or WW3, and he's dropped some basically controversial songs on the album that many would probably say is described as anti-Semitic. There's even one track called NGH, which stands for Nigga Heil Hitler. That's the name of the song. We do not condone any violence against any people at all. I'm sweating. Save me. Nah. So basically, Blunt tears. The reason why, so if you guys have heard of this and heard that Kanye went crazy and all of that, he's actually bringing up the argument of free speech. There was an interview on Hot 97 where there was a Jewish executive producer. He owned some label or whatever it may be. And Charlamagne the God asked him, he was like, hey, how does it feel that you guys made money all of this time with black music and the violence and them hurting each other? Like do you feel bad about it? And this Jewish representative of a label company, whatever, said, hey man, we gotta get your money somehow. And the thing is, you know, all people have made money off of, you know, violent music with black people against black people, saying the N-word, saying kill this, I shot him here, I shot him there. It's a part of the hip hop culture, right? I mean, one of the most famous beef songs is Hit 'Em Up by Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But the free speech, for some reason, has, like, there's certain things that you just cannot say online, and it's considered hate speech instead of expression. And in America, we have the freedom of speech. And Kanye West was trying to push, let me know if I'm right, that notion of free speech, but in the most probably offensive way possible.
Because some would say that the fact that you can't put the song out because it's been banned on so many different platforms, that song proves that there's a certain demographic of people who own a lot of things, and some would say that is anti-American, which I honestly agree with, because you have to understand, guys, Blunters, this whole country is founded on free speech and obviously other things, but these are one of our main things: free speech, the right to bear arms, right? But we're talking about free speech here. If you can't say what you want to say, that's literally anti-American, bro. Like, come on now.
Word. Kratos, what do you think about the NGH? That shit slaps. Damn, Kratos. Damn, son.
That shit slaps.
I have gone to many battles listening to this song. Oh my gosh, Kratos, that's enough. That's enough, all right?
Yeah, he's...
Lord have mercy. But the song is catchy. A lot of people are saying that song is catchy. And here's the thing, yo. If you listen into certain songs, like I always say, like I feel like music within itself, it's like paint. It's like the artist with a paintbrush. It's expressive. It's not always literal. It's not always calling for the violence. It's never like that, man. And I feel like I don't think that people get that in their chest when they hear the song. I feel like they get an expressive, because in the beginning of the songs, he said, man, these people took my kids from me. And it's like he was like expressing the pain that he went through.
It's a cry for help too.
A cry for help. And he's having so much anger against a certain group of people. And it's like, yo, anybody who's offended by this song, understood, because you have the right to feel however you feel. But don't believe that it's pure hatred. There's an artistic essence to what he actually brought to that track. I don't know. That's
you know what's interesting, right? I seen this video the other day, right? And this woman, I don't know who she is, but she went online and she was talking. She's like, yeah, why do black people are the only people who can say the N-word, and we should be able to freely say the N-word, which is all right, cool. If that's the case, on the opposite end, people should be able to say all these things that are deemed anti-Semitic. You feel what I'm saying? Because if it's not hurting anyone, then what's the matter? It's if you don't say what you want to say, it's anti-American. I'm gonna say that again. You feel what I'm saying? So it's the same as if we can't say that, if no one should say the N-word, then okay, then but a group of people shouldn't be excluded. You feel what I'm saying? Because if everyone's gonna use that word, then anyone should be able to use, certain things that may offend other demographics as well.
That's 100%, right? And the thing is, there's a difference, right? I saw a discussion online about this, basically saying that free speech has its limits as far as you cannot call for violence on another group of people, like calling for violence, like, hey, we should do this to these people.
Yeah.
Like they say, let's not call for violence, let's not do that. But you should be free to express whatever you want to express. Like, it's a slippery slope, because in UK, like we just said, like they locked up Chris Brown. In the UK, bro, they locking up people for praying.
Word, that's like
for praying. Blunt is, I don't know if that's not wild.
That is wild. And when you think about this, right, Blunt is, let's unpack this real quick. We have it good. We have the right to free speech. Now, you have to understand, where did they go to the point where they can't even post something online? Think about it like this, right? When you take away the rights of the people in minute ways, before you know it, before you turn around, all of your rights are stripped from you. So these are the reasons why that we have these laws in place, because it protects us. You know what I'm saying? The American Constitution protects the Americans of this country. So you got to understand where the power lies. We cannot be so quick to give this power away, because this is what grants us this power. Like, even with, because I'm going to bring it up, the right to bear arms. You guys have to understand, the right to bear arms is just in case the establishment tries to take complete control of power, right? So this is what we have to defend ourselves against the so-called superpowers, right? So guys, don't be so quick to give your damn power away. That's all I got to say, bro.
Yeah, and that's a fact. I completely agree with that. I completely agree that our words are our power. That's why we live in, honestly, bro, I think this is the greatest country on the planet Earth. We do live in the greatest country, man. I'm not gonna lie about it.
We do.
We have to understand that we are in such a perfect place where if we just like pull our minds together as intellectuals, not as followers, not as sheeps, but as intellectuals, and have these uncomfortable conversations to understand that, hey, what is that slippery slope? Like, the slippery slope, I'm always bringing it up, I don't care, was when they tried to force all of us to take an experimental drug that right now they're putting new warning signs on them. That alone should bring us all together right there. Robert F. Kennedy just confirmed that yes, there is a connection to vaccines and autisms. That is where we're going forward as a country.
Yeah.
Where we're capable of going online, doing our own research, understanding and looking at evidence in certain cases. This is why I love this country. Looking at evidence and saying, hey, that's not right. I know what y'all convicted. I know what y'all saying, but it's still not right. It doesn't make sense according to the evidence. Thinking critically. I think that's where we need to go as a country to understand. Know what I mean? Pharaoh, I don't know if you got any last thoughts when it comes to
that was my last words, man.
Oh yeah.
So look, this is actually my last words again, guys. Blunt Tears. I want you guys to tap in our link in the bio, because we're gonna have that link up there just for the petition for Tory Lanez. We got to get this brother out, man. It's unfortunate that this happened to him. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let's get this man home.
Free Tory.
Free Tory till it's back.
Listen, free Tory. Nah, man, we want you come home. Nah, I mean, to anybody who's inside that's innocent, man. Prayers out to you. Shout out to you. Listen, we live in a not so perfect world. Nah, I mean, and none of us are perfect. So why would we expect a perfect society, right? But at the same time, we can take our time to learn, to give people a chance to really go down that road of thinking about, yo, what if I was in those shoes?
Mm-hmm.
What if I was innocent? You know what I mean? We have to give people the benefit of the doubt sometimes and listen to all sides of the story. But, you know, shout out to you, Blunt Tears. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. It's the Blunt of Reality. We're in the Courageous Cat Studio Lounge.
I know y'all see the setup. Shit look fire, right? Shit look dope, right? We clean, right? Be easy.
Come on now. Shout out Courageous Cat Studio Lounge. Shout out Zoo Productions. Come on, we here. We coming back at you. We out here.
Hey,
we out.
Shout out Extra on the fucking keys too, baby. You already know. You already know, Zoe.
Extra beats.
Yes. We lit, baby.
The Blunt of Reality.
Oh man, that was lit.
On the pod with the mic and I ain't keeping it cool. Gotta bring the heat, gotta hit the street. Gotta stay 100, they ain't scaring me. You want a censor a boss, you want a censor a king. I'm not taking a loss, facts is all I bring. I'm speaking candidly, ancestors they stand with me. It's Pharaoh and Dessalines, the Blunt of Reality.